This is the PC Engine Files, and I'm Mr. MegaManFan. You know, after looking at New Adventure Island last week, I thought, hey, let's go back and look at the classic, the original Adventure Island with Master Higgins. But I had a feeling that was not what I was booting up here right from the start. So today's video is going to be more educational than it is going to be a review of a particular game, because as it turns out, we've played this game before on the channel. You may recognize it. This is what I knew growing up on Sega Master System as Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap. But some of you may remember this was Dragon's Curse, a reskinned version of that game, re-released on TurboGrafx 16. So apparently, instead of being Adventure Island, it's actually Dragon's Curse, just without the North American localization, which really screws with your head when you know there's two games that come from the same franchise. The Wonder Boy games split off from the Adventure Island games and became their own franchise, but for God knows what reason, instead of calling this a Wonder Boy game, they called it Adventure Island. It makes no bloody sense. The English localization title makes more sense than the Japanese title. And once I started playing it, I was like, oh, for God's sake, this is just Dragon's Curse. It's Dragon's Curse without the reworked story that they added to it, but it's the exact same game. The monsters are in the same places. I already know the timing. I already know to drop down to the left to go to the boss room for the first dragon boss. There's nothing here that I haven't seen or experienced before. This is not Adventure Island. And yes, I've experienced Adventure Island before, but this is not that. This is why the intertwined histories of Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap, and Adventure Island are so mixed up. It's so hard to even talk about them, considering that even in Japan, they couldn't keep it straight, considering this should have been a sequel to Wonder Boy and Monsterland, and they didn't even bother to title it that. So, to make a long story short, this isn't the Adventure Island you were thinking of. That's what they called it, and it is on TurboGrafx 16 and PC Engine. Well, PC Engine natively, and TurboGrafx 16 if you play it through Super SD System 3 or some sort of EverDrive, but it is definitely not the Adventure Island that you know from NES or the arcade. It's just Wonder Boy 3, and that's what I will forever think of this game as, because although some people in the PC Engine forum on Facebook may disagree with me, I think the Sega Master System version of this game is the best, but that's probably nostalgia talking to a large degree, because I familiarized myself with that version, became very fond of that version, and was very happy when they reworked it for PS4, Nintendo Switch, etc., that they kept that mode as a feature you could switch back and forth between. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. Thanks for watching.